If you're tired of playing those pushers that make you feel uncomfortable, well, I've got a special shot in this video that I'm going to show you that's going to make actually the pusher feel uncomfortable and you take control of the point. So make sure you stay tuned and keep watching. So like I said, in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what the shot is I think you should start using to make the pusher feel more uncomfortable than they can make you feel. So what is that shot? Well, I like to call it the fake slice. And I use it on my forehand side. You can probably use it on your backhand side, but we're going to talk about how to use it on your forehand side. So you're thinking, what is the fake slice? This is where I look like I'm going to hit a forehand, but then I hit a short mid-court slice. Now, why is this so important? Well, let's think about it. What does the pusher or counterpuncher want to do to you? They want to keep you on the baseline, but also they want to stay on the baseline, or at least they want to make you hit a lot of shots. More than likely, if you have a player, whether they're a counterpuncher or aggressive baseliner, and they're not coming in the net and they're just kind of grinding from the baseline, guess what? They don't want to come in the net, and they definitely don't want to have a low ball in the middle of the court. Let's be honest, most people don't want a ball low and in the middle of the court because it puts you in a very awkward position, because you have that kind of weird thing where I either have to play offense and move forward and continue to volley, and if you're not good at the net, you probably don't want to be there. And that's exactly where we want to pull the pusher or counterpuncher if they don't want to be there. So what do I need to do to hit this shot? Well, first of all, you're going to do this usually in a ball that's slightly inside the baseline if you can get one. That's going to probably happen earlier in the game. So you don't want this to keep going where you guys start rallying. What's going to happen is they're going to keep pushing you further back and back and back, and your forehand slice or fake slice isn't going to work or be as effective. The whole point of this shot is really just to put them in an uncomfortable position where they can't hit the lob anymore or push. From the mid-court position, they're not going to be able to lift the ball up as high because they don't have as much court to work with. And also, you're going to really test out and see how their volleys are. The problem, I think, when most players, when they try to play a pusher, they try to beat the pusher at their own game. You try to either push with them and be more consistent, not going to work. They do this all day. They do it for a living. They're checking in the office and going, you know what, bring it. You don't want to be that person that's trying to beat the person or the opponent at their game. So we want to pull them out of the game. More than likely, they're doing it because they don't like coming in the net, and this is what we want to do, or at least they don't like the mid-court ball. So, first thing after we've established, probably after a serve or a return, that first 1 or 2 balls are going to be critical because that's going to probably be the shortest ball you're going to get. And what you want to do is walk up or move up to the ball like you're going to hit a normal forehand. You're going to set up everything how your normal forehand is. The key is you're going to switch your grip to a continental grip with your hitting hand. So this is what it looks like. I'm going up to the ball. I look like I'm going to hit a forehand, but what's happened is I've already switched my grip. Now, what I don't want to see is, because we want to make this as this, we want to disguise it as much as possible. We don't want to do this and then this. You see that little change? The racket face is telegraphing what's going to happen. We want to keep it as disguised as possible. It may happen and they don't pick up on it, but at a higher level, you really want to keep this thing as disguised as possible so your opponent doesn't pick up on it. So we're going to set up just like a normal forehand. Boom, we're going to change the grip. Now, I've already changed the grip here. I'm in my continental grip, but I'm holding my racket like a forehand. Now, with this change in grip, now I'm just going to slice the ball. Now, am I hitting the ball 2 inches over the net? No. All I want to do is place the ball in the middle of the court, making them have to move forward and take a low ball and make a choice. Now, what might happen? Well, they're either going to hit the ball and run back to the baseline, which is a great sign. Or you found out possibly a weakness. They don't like being at the net. So what do? You hit another one and another one. You keep bringing them to net. Now, this will do a couple things. This is going to make them play closer to the baseline because they have to guard against that, meaning they can't lob you as much because they're not going to have the room from being way behind the baseline. Another thing is, it's going to also put them in an uncomfortable position that hopefully you can bring them in and then use your ground strokes to pass them if you have decent ground strokes, or just see if they can volley. If they can't volley and they're going to pop it up, well, hit them another volley. You're going to get a short one and you'll probably win the point. So keys again is to make sure we move up to the ball looking like we're going to hit a forehand. We're going to change our bottom hand grip or our dominant hand grip without changing the racket face. Okay, here I've changed, and all I'm going to do is hit a nice little slice. Now on the slice, all we're going to do, we're not going to hack on the ball. We're going to push it forward and just add a little backspin. By doing this, we're going to bring them forward and make them feel uncomfortable because they can't hang out on the baseline and grind or push. So make sure you go out and use the shot and tell me how it works. This is Kevin Garlington at TotalTennisDomination.com. Check me out on YouTube and subscribe to my channel. So I'll see you later. Go out and play tough.